on the call.
Ooh.
He's going to teach us all how to sell.
Yeah.
He's been learning about marketing himself.
Cool.
Really interesting. So how's everyone doing? Holly, I'm sad I can't see your face.
It's all right. As soon as I get home, I'll log on. I was planning on being on the computer, but...
Well, I'm glad you're at least on. You can still chat. So
I got the car and I was like, I'm only 15 minutes now.
Don't mind me. I'm
but, oh my God, maybe I should get some wine then.
This is necessary on Mondays because Greg is never home for dinner or bedtime, so it's the only way I get through.
All right, now we can some white wine. Apparently, we're drinking wine. So she's not on the call, and Holly, please do not drink and drive because I know you love wine. Do not go buy a bottle of Behringer and open it up in the car. Alexander Goss. Oh, sorry. I want to give this girl a shout out. So she's been a discount coach under my coach, Erica Stewart, for over a year now. And she's just kind of finding her story and getting out of her comfort zone and sharing. And she literally, after 2 days of deciding to do that, is an Emerald coach. So
amazing.
Yeah, really amazing. And she's an incredible story. She's a mom. And she's actually kind of similar to you, Lindsay, where she's very small. So she never really thought she had a story. Oh, wow. Fancy glass. So,
Cheers.
yeah, I'm really excited. Cheers. I'm really excited that she's giving this opportunity a chance and finding her story. So congrats to her. I hope she watches the podcast. I'm really excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
And yeah, I mean, cheers to, of course, I keep feeling like I say this, but the Ambition Army is just killing it. And I'm so happy for you guys. I saw like Carrie had like so many shout outs today, which was amazing.
Yeah, Carrie has already hit Success Club for the month. She's like crushing it, and she's gonna start building Mark's account too. She's just doing like amazing stuff. And one of my newest coaches, Stephanie, hey Matt.
Sorry, he's on the call. Awesome.
And one of my newest coaches is already at Success Club for this month.
Yeah.
So I'm like hoping to help her hit Success Starters, which would be amazing. She's Cole's teacher too. I love her so much. She's doing a great job.
Matt, that's when you do your guns.
4 guns.
4 guns. That's awesome. So exciting. I remember, I think you got the Success Starters call with Carl, right? Yeah, I did. Call, and I was so pumped for that call. And my coach, Karen Jonesy, just had it, and she posted on the page, and she was sharing everything she got away from the call, and then I posted the information because it really is, and I know it's just like a recording kind of, I mean, he's on the call with like a bunch of people, but literally it was eye-opening to me, and I felt like this huge support from Beachbody and connected with really like what they stand for and who Carl really was as a person, and it just like lit a fire under me. So I think it's so important to help our coaches to get there.
I do too, and it's so achievable. Like it's just, I think so many coaches are afraid at first to like jump in. They're like wanting to take it slow and like slow down their pace. And I'm like, no, like this is a reason to just go for it. And yeah, so absolutely. I think it's cool.
Holly, how are things going for you?
Good. Sorry, I have a delay when I have to unmute because it's dangerous.
No worries.
I have to look down. Things are good. We're trying to just get back on track with our routine. We were way off with our routine because we had so many events with Autism Awareness Month, Chris's birthday, Chris's mom's birthday, so we just got a little overwhelmed. But trying to get back on track and plan a challenge group coming up in May.
Are you gonna do a mix of programs, or are you focusing on the 21-day fix, or?
I'm gonna focus on Fix and Fix Extreme.
Nice.
I think those work best for me, and I know them best. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, remember we were talking about before, like, do something that you're passionate about, because that's really gonna, like, your passion's gonna shine through, and you're gonna really feel like you can help people and guide them to success.
Yeah, that's how I feel, and I feel like I know this program. I know it worked for me, and I should be able to show that it's helping me get back on track too. So 'cause it's just been a really rough couple months for me. So
yeah. Well, you're coming back. I'm excited. Let us know, obviously, how we can help you. And Holly, I don't know, I know you've been really busy, but we are talking about, so my Shining Stars page, so we talked about this at the Diamond Retreat, so I started this page as basically all of our diamonds and above. So Lindsay, I don't know if you want to add Carrie, but I definitely want to start having a monthly call for us as leaders, and yeah, kind of having this mastermind as leaders and kind of talking about things that we can bring to our team and how we can come together in order to help them. I think it's a really great opportunity for us to stand up and help each other and collaborate in order to really bring our teams to the next level together. Because I really think there's something truly powerful about, stepping up as leaders together and showing them that our passion shining through. And because at the end of the day, we bring on these coaches and we hope to find coaches that kind of are attracted to us and who we are as people. But I think it's good to have like a mix of leaders in order to, like, I may inspire someone differently than someone else, or like kind of have all those different visions coming together in order to inspire like a bigger audience. I feel like I really think like masterminding and bringing all of our skills together will really help our teams. Sorry, I'm sweating in here. It's so hot.
yeah, that sounds really good. I can do that with you guys. I've seen a post lately, so I want to get involved in that.
Yeah.
I am so distracted. I'm like the worst driver in the world. So.
Well, don't crash.
I'm really not a good driver. My husband will tell you that.
Matt, how's your team doing? Because, you've been kind of slacking. You fell out of Diamond.
I don't know what's going on, to be honest.
You're not even working your Diamond shirt right now.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
What do you think we should be doing? Because you give me a lot of advice all the time.
Mm-hmm. I like masterminding.
Yeah?
Good idea.
Yeah? What else? Lindsay, how are you doing?
I'm good, Just, I'm good. I'm kind of bummed about summit registration. Have to think about that again tomorrow. But no, the team's doing, my team is doing amazing. Like, I'm super proud of them, excited what we're doing. We actually have we're doing something different this month for our coach opportunity call. I've tried like every way. I feel like I've done the 5-day sneak peek in a private Facebook group. I've done the Zoom chat, call. I've done the live YouTube webinar streaming. And now this week we're going to do a 1-hour live event in a private Facebook group. And we've compiled videos that a bunch of us on the team have put together. So every 5 minutes, we're going to be posting a new video. Everything from, it starts with my story. It'll go into some myths about Beachbody coaching, how to earn money, what you can expect when you first start, the first couple weeks, like just kind of answering the usual questions that you get. And I'm excited about it because it's a collaboration with my whole team, because I think that was a missing piece in that sometimes, like for me, I remember when I would put people in your sneak peek or in Elizabeth's sneak peek, I never felt like I had any kind of like, I wasn't in it. It wasn't me. Yeah, I didn't have any buy-in. They'd be like, okay, Lindsay invited me to the sneak peek, but it's all about Heather. So now it's cool because, there are a lot of people who are collaborating on this on the team. So I think that's going to create kind of a different vibe in the group. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, it's really great. I'm excited to know how it goes. So if you don't mind, so what was the kind of outcome of the other things that you did? Because you tried 3 other options at this point. So do you feel like any of those were successful? Do you feel like this was the only missing piece of not having your team all together, or?
So they got better and better. Like the 5-day sneak peek was a huge fail for me, in my opinion. I think people don't have that kind of attention span. Maybe if it was like a 3-day, it would be a little bit better. But I think people fall off and then they'll never go back and watch the previous day's videos. So that I didn't think was the best method. Then the Zoom chat, people don't want to call into a Zoom chat and worry about their face being seen and like all that sort of thing. So that didn't work out very well. The live webinar, I got a lot of views. I got some great feedback from it. I didn't necessarily gain any coaches from it, I don't believe. But I also kind of winged it.
Were people like personally messaging you after? Were they commenting on your video on YouTube or?
Yeah, they not on the video on YouTube, but they private messaged me and said, hey, like I saw you, that was really inspiring, like that was really great. I think maybe I'll have to ask Mary Ellen, who's one of my newer coaches. She might have seen it as well. So it went well. I liked it. I think if I did it again, I'd want to be more prepared. But to the point you said, I think I just felt that missing piece. Like I had some of my coaches having people call in, but I think it's better that they'll have a little bit of, I don't know, they'll be a part of this one. It won't just be me talking about me. So everyone calling in is going to get the different perspectives.
Yeah.
So
I think the benefit of that is not only the different perspectives, but like you're saying, like, so I inspire someone to some level, whatever it is. It might be really brief. It might just be my post said, you can learn more about coaching. But usually we know that people are following you for a while and they're attracted to you. So great. So if I'm running the sneak peek, like you're saying, people are connected to me. So they're happy that I'm running it. But if I invite my team to do that and they connected with a team member of mine, but then I'm running it, there's that disconnect, like you're saying. So I think that's really powerful. I'm just interested to see how that whole fast hour goes and if that's successful. Because like you're saying, like people have short attention spans, but I'm interested to see how that runs. And
I'm hoping it goes well. Yeah, and what I'm doing is I'm going to keep it up until Thursday. So I'm going to let people know that the videos will be up until Thursday. I think and a couple of them aren't videos. Like a couple of them, like I'm going to talk about not income. What's the one that I'm forgetting now? I have my outline ready, but one of them is just like a post kind of. Oh, I think I show an income progression, and that's just like a post. So a couple of throwing in more of like a couple text and image ones in there too. So it's not all video. Yeah. But yeah, hopefully.
Do you mind if I add myself? I saw it, but I wanted to ask you first.
No, please. Yeah, totally.
Cool. Because I think I always get a few people out of my 5-day sneak peek, but I think you're right. I think if you don't catch their attention in the first few days, maybe hours, I don't know, but probably days, then yeah, I don't think they check back. And it's kind of one of those things. Not everyone goes on Facebook that often either. So I feel like even with trainings, I feel like that's why so many people have started these self-taught trainings where, you kind of just have videos and you send them, or it's like shorter clips, because there's so many times where people are like, oh, I'm trying to catch up. Like, I'm sorry, I haven't looked at the video today. So yeah, I think Matt actually gives me like a lot of feedback on this. And he's like, attention spans are small. Like, cause I was going to do like, I'm supposed to complete it by now, but I basically have like this outline of what I want to do for a welcome video for new coaches. And I wanted to do a long thing like Meg said, but then he's like, you should break it down. So I don't know. I'm like so torn, like what makes more sense? Are people going to watch a 45-minute video, or is it better to kind of break it up into pieces and kind of give them things as they progress? And I kind of like that kind of mentality, because it's like, here you go, here's a video, now apply that and show me how you've applied it, and then I'll give you something else. Because I think that keeps them accountable too.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same, Heather. I love the idea of modules. Like that's sort of what's been in my head. And I see it almost broken down into 3 segments, like, because I'm in the same process of figuring out like a new getting coaches started process. Because there's the elements of the basics of getting your direct deposit set up and your websites and the profile and just like getting started on those administrative things. And then you move on, it's all about posting and social media tips and the whole thing. And then the third part to me is time management and that sort of thing. Because at this point, they're getting overwhelmed. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm about to freak out. So, okay, now let's talk about how we can really manage your time, how to best do your power hour. Like, and those 3 modules, I think, are what would get someone through the first few months of coaching, in my opinion.
Absolutely. I think breaking it down does a few things. It doesn't overwhelm them right away. And I just like, the more I think about it, like I love the accountability piece. Like it keeps it simple. It's like, here you go, do this. and show me that you've done it. And until you do that, I'm not going to give you something else. And it kind of creates that excitement for them and that kind of exclusivity. Like, ooh, I want to find out, like, how is she going to help me more? Like,
well, there's something about they're making progress too, right? Like, oh, I got this module, I'm moving on to the next module, right? So I live in a world of software technology where gamification is kind of a big trend. And a lot of like the draw of it is people getting addicted to wanting to get to the next level or wanting to creating some kind of self-motivation around it. And so I think I think your accountability piece there, Heather, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
We've also done a lot of studies. There's a lot of studies around LMS or learning management systems, which say that learning styles are very different for every people. There's tactile learners, there are auditory learners, there's visual learners. And so there's in these learning management system softwares that a lot of technology companies like mine work with, they offer a gamut of these solutions. But one of the core principles across any learning style is they need to be really small, palatable, kind of bite-sized level tidbits, right? So, and you saw this growing up too, when you learn mathematics or geography or history. You had chapters in books, so you could just put your arms around and palate a bit. The new chapter or the new palatable size is 3 to 5 minute learning management modules, whether it's video, auditory, reading, whatever it is. It's 3 to 5 minutes is like what we have.
Yeah.
It's an interesting kind of sociological thing. Why is that? And it's a whole other diatribe. But that's what it is. And so breaking down kind of these big 45-minute trainings into very palatable things, and then tying accountability in some sense of progress as you're going through is a really important learning style.
And I think at the end of, like setting goals for each of those modules too, like not only call to actions, but to your point, like, okay, what is going to be the thing that makes you graduate to that next level? Like what is it that you've accomplished in that amount of time, and now it's time to move on to the next. So because the other thing sometimes about these trainings that we're doing, I went back into Elizabeth's training because I did Coach University when I first started, and the subject matters themselves are going all over the board. One day you're talking about this, and the next day you're talking about something completely different. And I was listening to a podcast the other day. It was an amazing point that they made, is that the way our brains work, we shouldn't spend 5 minutes on one thing and then move on to something completely different in those next 5 minutes. It's actually lowering our productivity. So in that way too, the idea of modules, the idea that in these first X amount of days, you're going to be spending time with this skill, like with this, and then moving on to the next, because otherwise we're like all over the place and our brains can't totally capture what we're supposed to be learning because it's ping-ponging all over the place.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, how can you apply it when you're taking in so many different kinds of things in 45 minutes? Like, you're basically just like throwing it at them, right? And it's just like just pieces of it. And I feel like if you can concise it more to like, 3 to 5 minute videos, like just get straight to the point, which I have a really hard time with, which I'm actually going to look for Matt for, because I like to just talk. So like, he's like, you just said that 3 times in a different way. And I was like, I know. But like, I like to try to get my point across by like repeating myself. So I need to not do that because my 3-minute videos will be 10-minute videos. But yeah, I'll probably make fun of myself in the videos, but that's fine. So yeah, I think this is really like a great option. And not only that, like you can store these videos and you can have them. And like if a coach comes to you down the road and they're like, hey, I'm still struggling with this specific thing, you can send them that video again. Like it saves us time because it's like instead of, I find myself like I have a new coach and like last night she was like messaging me like, what things do I say? Like, I feel like I'm dealing with the price objections I gave you. Like karma's a bitch. And I was like, yeah, it is. And then I was like, this is what I said. And I get like so passionate. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like sending all this. And I'm like, this is such like I'm happy to help her, but like, there's a better way to be doing this. There's a better way to be sharing this information.
Right.
Which honestly is better for people too, because I love like, I think a video is almost like having stuff on paper. Like I love having something I can refer back to. Like I like that's how my mind works too. Like, cause it's,
no, me too. Yeah.
I'm not like, I don't pick things up usually that quick, depending on what they are. So like, yeah, I like to refer back to it. Like, that's why I like to take like a lot of notes, like, you know, because I think people really work well in that way. And honestly, like letting them, and what the other thing I think this does is like breaking it up and like making them keep you, like being able to keep them accountable is, and we talk about this all the time, Lindsay, it's being able to tell the walkers from the runners. Like if someone's getting back to you and they're like, hey, I did it. I watched it. I did it. Where's the next video? You know, like they're going for it. If they're not doing it, if they're not getting back to you, like you kind of know where you should be putting your time at that point. Like, you know, or not even where you should be putting your time, but like how much are they running or not? Like, are they taking this seriously, you know?
Yeah, no, and you know how best to support them because you know what pace they're going at. Because to the same effect, if they don't want to run and you're sitting there checking in with them all the time, they're probably like, oh my gosh, I'm way over, she's like overwhelming me. So, you know, it goes both ways for sure.
I don't know how much you do this, but this is like another thing that's always in the back of my mind that I don't do well at is, I remember when I signed up with Elizabeth, like I send every welcome email I send to someone, I send them that coach questionnaire and the 7-day quick start. She made people fill it out or she like wasn't going to move forward with you. Like, I don't do that. And again, that's like an accountability. Like, take this
I do that.
seriously. Like, so I don't even like hold people to it. And it's like,
and not only for that reason, for the reason that I know from that questionnaire where they're at. I know how much time they want to spend on the business. It makes the conversation go more smoothly. Like my Getting Started Right call is literally like all about them because I know exactly where they want to be based on that questionnaire.
Yeah.
So to me, it saves us time too than having to dig even more to figure it all out. You know,
Absolutely.
The one thing I'm going to add is the color code personality test, or maybe it's a learning style like quiz. Like I don't know if those exist, but they must. Everything exists.
It does. Like, so I'm doing this amazing, implemented this amazing Strengths Finder test for my team for my day job. And it's amazing. And all it does is it basically highlights your 5 strengths. Like you can do 34. I did 34, but really what you need to focus on is the 5. And it really tells you, it doesn't talk negatively about anything. It's just positive. Like, what are your 5 strengths? And it will really show kind of who a person is and like what they're good at and where they would fit in this business. And like, it's really interesting. Like if anything, it would give a lot of insight in for them to figure out, kind of how should I be approaching life and approaching like what I'm good at. The color code thing, to be honest, I didn't like my results. So I lost kind of passion for it because I didn't really find mine to be correct. I didn't like.
Oh my gosh, mine was like spot on. Did you answer from when you were a kid?
Yeah, but that's what I don't understand. How can me being a kid show who I am today? Like I'm such a different person from when I was a kid, Lindsay. And maybe I hated the test from the beginning and I just didn't, maybe in my mind I didn't answer the way I don't know. I didn't like how it focused on like me being a child because I just don't think that shows at all who I am today.
Yeah.
I mean, the answers were hard to give because I was like, definitely there were times when I'm like, yeah, I did that. But I came out exactly, and they even give you tips after for time management and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's exactly me. And I'm finding out like 75% of my team are also the same color as me.
Oh, funny.
So, yeah, it's hysterical.
So you had them do it.
Yeah, a lot of that. Most of the team did it because I love this kind of thing because the more you know about yourself and the more we know about each other, the better we can figure things out and work together. And I don't know.
Did you post it on your page or just reach out to them? I don't remember seeing it.
Both. I did both. I did post on my page though, like a couple times, and then I'd bump it, and then I'd,
Holly, did you ever do the color code test that I posted? No. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to look back at mine. Maybe it is right, and I'm just like, maybe I should have Matt read it.
Well, what was your color?
It was yellow, and I just don't think of myself as yellow. I think it was yellow.
Oh my gosh, that's like you love to have fun, and you love that. That's what Carrie is. I can totally see that.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there any cost to this?
No, it's free.
The other thing that exists, everyone's speaking of is
what?
Everybody like loves to know about themselves. They want to hear about themselves. Like they will spend time filling out whatever this questionnaire is. And any time they actually spend on the business for doing this, particularly when they're new, it's further investment at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So if you can give them like an investment that they kind of selfishly narcissistically kind of want to do. It also helps you and them, and you turn it into a team thing. That's such a win, right? There's like a double win, right? It creates further investment at the end of the day. So.
I love it because we're always talking about personal development, personal growth, and what is that? That's digging into you. That's digging in and figuring it out. How we process things, how we filter things, why we react to situations in certain ways. I mean, I know personally, I'm always trying to be better at that and figure it out. And why do I think this in this situation? Like, I don't know. So I like the idea of some sort of little.
You turn it into like a really positive thing.
Oh my
getting better. But at the end of the day, you want to know, oh, what did she say about me? What did he say about me?
No.
What is this quiz?
Lindsay's like my positive light.
We're all narcissistic at the end of the day.
No, Lindsay's like my powerful butterfly.
This is by the way, this is not Heather's perception. Because we have great conversations about this, but I think we're all a little bit narcissistic personally.
It's called the color code, right?
Yeah, it's colorcode.com.
Trying to look up my results. They must have emailed something.
Yeah, they did. They emailed, and then they emailed a few little tips afterwards, and then you have the option to get to buy like a $30 more, specific results or whatever, but I didn't do that.
So it's the color.
All right, I'm gonna look back at it because now I'm like, okay, maybe Lindsay's right because this is my idea and I should have my team do it.
Holly, let's do something fun. What do you think?
Like what?
Right on the line. This is being recorded.
Like what?
This is being recorded. I want Heather to guess what color she thinks I'm gonna be. And for $20 for a pack of Shaco. Let's do a bag of Shaco.
Well, yeah, I need to Google what the colors are, what they mean.
A bag of Shaco. I'll fill out in full honesty. And by the way, you can't tell me what you think it is. So you need to tell Holly and Lindsay what you think my color is.
Okay.
Okay, send them an email. And y'all, I trust y'all.
This is like judging. This is like relationship shit. This is like seeing how well I know you.
I'll fill the thing honestly. And we'll see.
Craig and I ended up being the same color.
Oh, wow. Is that a good thing?
I think we'll probably be the same color.
I think so too. I think you'll be yellow or blue.
If there's anything around optimism, she'll be way more.
You're a blue, right?
Than I am.
I'm a blue.
Yeah.
So she might.
So what is it? Is it thecolorcode.com or colorcode.com?
It's colorcode.com.
Do it tonight, Holly, and share in the page.
Yeah, like Carrie's white.
It's a hard time navigating from window to window.
No, I really think this is great.
Carrie was yellow, Cindy was white, and then everyone else so far was blue. Lisa was blue, and Mary Ellen was blue, and
Didn't you say that you and Greg have done the love languages too?
Yeah, and we're different. Like way different.
Yeah, but I think that's common.
I need a test to tell you that I'm different from him.
Well, that creates a common ground to talk off of.
You have to have some differences. It makes it exciting, right?
So I have a podcast recommendation.
Okay.
Hold on, let me open it up because I'm forgetting what it's called now. There's only 5 episodes, but it's like really good, and I feel like it's meant for coaches, but obviously it's not.
Oh, someone told me, I got to look in the Coach Line office. Someone told me that, because I have this huge document of personal development books, but I want to organize it by kind of what it does for you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this book is helpful for this. But someone told me this exists on the Coach Line office. Does anyone know this?
It also exists in Beyond Diamond. I can share it with the team. I think Dana put it together.
Yeah, can you share it with, can you just post it in Team Choose to Shine?
Yeah. I'm typing the name of the podcast. It's Building a Story Brand with Donald Miller.
All right. I need to do a podcast document too.
It's amazing. Like, he basically talks about it's 7 different elements of creating your own story for your brand, and each podcast episode deals with one of those elements, and he actually interviews someone who does that step really, really well. So he's interviewed Michael Hyatt, Dave Ramsey, this woman, Claire Diaz-Ortiz, whom I've never heard of in my life, but I guess she was one of the founders of Twitter. She doesn't work at Twitter anymore, but she like impressed me so much. I love her. And she recommended a book called Essentialism, which is all about simplifying, like not working smarter, not harder, figuring out what stuff you don't need to do so that you're actually more productive. And she's the one that actually talked about what we were talking about at the beginning of the call, in that, you know, trying to go from one subject to the next is not good for our brains, and we end up being less productive. So that was really good. He interviewed Jonathan Davis, who actually is the one that puts together Beachbody infomercials and all of these things. And he talks about how, like, call to actions, how to ask for the sale, because that's a step a lot of people miss because they're afraid to do it. They don't want to seem pushy. It's like an unbelievable podcast. So I highly recommend it.
Yeah, sounds it. So when do you listen to your podcast?
In the car, or if I'm cooking, really anytime I don't know, I can just have it on.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Can we just stop for a quick second?
What?
You're cooking and
Yeah.
you're listening to podcasts.
See, Matt's like...
When I'm cooking, I'm trying not to burn my hands off.
Oh, which happened? Which happened today, by the way.
How do you have like time to
my God.
multitask like that?
He's so cute. He's been making me like every meal, and so
I'm not cute. I'm masculine.
Yeah. So he wanted quiche, but obviously like I can't have it, and it's not healthy. Like it's not gluten free, and like the pastry's not good for you. So he found this recipe for a sweet potato quiche. So like they use sweet potato as the crust. It looks amazing. Yeah. And he made this. I can't wait to try it. It looks so good.
I mean, I made that frittata after you posted about it. It was so good.
Isn't it? So good. I've had this book forever. It's like called Against the Grain. It's like basically paleo, and this is where he's getting all these recipes. And I bought it and like never was making anything, and now he's making me like everything. It's kind of amazing.
So plantains are really good as a crust too. I've done that on a frittata as well.
Plantains here because I haven't seen any.
I'm into that.
I'm sure Whole Foods has them.
Yeah. So you just like, in a little bit of coconut oil, I just like saute in the coconut oil to make it kind of crispy, and then I use that as the crust. It's so good.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah, so no, I'll definitely check that out. I feel like, I used to take the longest showers. That would have been a good opportunity to listen to a podcast, but I don't do that anymore. So maybe like on the bus or something.
On the bus, or if you go for a run, or I don't know, like. Yeah. For me, I'm in my car all the flipping time. Like I basically live in my car. So yeah. I don't listen to music. I just listen to podcasts.
Yeah, I think a car is honestly one of the best places you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's different for every person. And
yeah.
It's got to be in a place where you can feel like you can really use that.
Such a positive thing though. Like, I don't know. I feel like everyone should start their day with something. Like if people don't work out in the morning, like, because I work out in the morning. So like literally I start my day by changing and working out. But if you don't do that, I feel like you have to do yoga, or you have to read personal development. You have to do something positive, like, and I don't know. I feel like since I started to do that, it's such a life changer.
Yeah, because I actually am not someone who can work out first thing in the morning. I get really grumpy. It's just not my thing. So I've started just reading like a few pages of personal development, of the desire map, or something that makes me feel good. And then I'm ready to do my power hour. And like, that's when I kind of.
Yeah, Lindsay needs her coffee and she needs to eat.
Yes, I need to eat right away. I have my English muffin.
She's like, where's the coffee? I'm like, I didn't bring any because I don't drink coffee. I'm sorry.
It's so true. I'm like, I was on my computer. I'm like, I can't work this coffee maker. Thank God your mom's like, I'll take care of it. Oh, anyway.
She's so funny. What else can we talk about? So you're doing that coach opportunity call. That's exciting. Holly, besides your new challenge group, is there anything else like you're kind of thinking that you want to do? I know you've had like a lot of things in the works like before and now with your team. Like you've always been so great about like making folders for your challenges and everything, which I always felt was like really overwhelming and a lot of work. But like, where are you at with all of that, I guess?
Another thing I'm working on is a free group that I want to do. I want to invite, I'm kind of gearing it towards special needs moms, but I'm also thinking moms in general. And it's going to be centered around 30 minutes and giving yourself 30 minutes a day, whether that's a workout or, personal development or all the different things kind of that we've learned. And then mixing in like the healthy eating into there. So I'm kind of building that and doing notes on that. Jacob's on vacation this week, so it's kind of cut into things a little bit for me.
That's great. That sounds so up your alley.
About that. Yeah, well, when I talk to people, I always talk about the time and giving yourself the time, because for me that was a really big thing. Like, I mean, even just being back in it this month where I haven't been able to have a lot of time to myself outside of my workouts, having that workout, that 30 minutes has been like a lifesaver for me, and I never had that before, and so that kind of reminds me how valuable it is. So I've been bringing that back, and what I've been kind of doing now is getting ready, because I do this awful thing when I have free groups where I like make the post that day that I'm going to post that day, so I'm doing the post ahead of time to get ready for that, so that I won't be as like crazy, because I also have a bad habit of like starting a free group and then like being MIA on a day or something like that. So I'm trying to kind of.
Well, you definitely should use Postcron or something if that will help you.
Yeah, and I did. I really like that. And I think I'm actually going to do the paid one for that, because the free one lets you do like, I think I can do 3. I can manage 3 different things: my page, my group, and then my likes page. But if you're paid, you can manage a lot more. So now that I know it's working for me, I think I'm going to do that.
Awesome.
But I wanted to test it out first. So
that's exciting. I think that's going to be such a great group, honestly.
Yeah, I love that. Especially like for moms, like just taking that me time is such a huge thing.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, for me, I mean, splitting up my day is really important. And I've kind of like realized that a lot of what I do, I have to adapt to other moms, because I'm a stay-at-home mom without a kid 6 hours a day. So not a lot of people have that, not a lot of people have that 6 hours a day that they can kind of split up and do Beachbody and be a photographer and all this other stuff. So I try to kind of take that out of the equation and think, what would I do, if Jacob were home all day? And
yeah.
Similar to that, Holly, I actually just had my most successful free group ever. It was called Makeover Your Mornings, and I actually did like a 5-step guide, like to follow for 5 days in a row, to help make your mornings less stressful. And I made it into like this cool like PDF kind of thing, and people could print it out if they wanted or whatever. And then each day we highlighted one of those steps. So I was shocked at the engagement. Like when I first thought, like Harry and I were talking about it and we were like, okay, like this is a good idea. I think it would help for us. That I couldn't believe it, because everyone wants to have more time, right? But we don't have more time. So just having a guide. So I would recommend that if you could like even have them follow just like a few things daily to see, so that they can see the impact from day 1 to day 5. And something they can carry on with, and then it becomes a freebie for you that you can give to anybody, like it really worked out well. I'm kind of excited about it.
Yeah, I like that, having a format for them to take away, because that was what I always liked about the free clean eating groups, is they took away a menu.
Yes.
These are the things we can start sharing with each other and shining stars. Like, because like this is what people do in the wall, like the 5-star and above. Like top leaders just share all of these documents they put together. Like it's like literally this amazing resource, because people are so willing to just give and share. And obviously, Lindsay would never copy it or like do anything of that. But like I think it's just like inspiring other coaches and like having them kind of brainstorm and like think of like things in a different way, I mean,
oh my God,
if you're willing to, but like this is the type of kind of collaboration I think we need to have as leaders, and helping each other kind of to help our teams, and to just, even if it's just telling everyone you're doing that, like, oh, this is something I'm thinking of, I'll let you know how it goes. And I know I haven't been great with it, but like this is like what I'm thinking, and I would love to build like this kind of leadership culture in that page and kind of help each other in that way. Because I don't think our team pages is necessarily the right way to do it, because I think it's confusing and I've realized this through like my team developing or our teams developing, and you have these runners, but then you have these starters. And it's like, how do you, like, even on my team calls, I'm like, how do I add engagement? How do I make it valuable for both parties? Because if it's great for my leaders, then it's going to be way above my starters. So it's like trying to find that balance. So that's why I think you recommended, again, I know we talked about it a while, Lindsay, but like having that leadership call, I think is so important in order to kind of give you guys that support and to help us all in this way that we can kind of bring ideas to the table and not overwhelm the other people though. So I think using that group as this will be really helpful.
Yeah, and on the other end, I started having, just while I have a training, like a new coach training going on, I've been doing a call every other week specific to them. And again, when I have all these modules set up, I'll do it like once per module, just to like kind of go over everything. Because some of that face-to-face and the questions and whatever, there's something to be said about that versus just having to write, you know, in a message and stuff like that. So yeah, a call with leaders, a call with new coaches, like kind of separating it a little bit in that way, I think is better for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, the call thing is interesting. I mean, obviously it makes it tough for me being here. But like I've been thinking about it a lot. Like obviously I don't get too much people calling into the calls at times. And I know it's a tough time for people, but like, I don't know, I'm just thinking like, how could it be different? Like, even if it's like we do like a wine Wednesday, like, but like I know other people have their team calls too. So it's like, how do you engage with people in order to get them excited to be on the call? Or maybe it's like a wake up Sunday. Maybe that would, like, some days work better for others. And, you know, I know it's hard to please everyone, but like, and it makes it harder for me to try to be that flexible too. But I almost think there's something kind of exciting about that. I don't know, just kind of these type of calls where it's just like a masterminding session, like, hey, jump on and I'll answer any questions you have. I feel like it almost will save us time as coaches instead of having individual calls with everyone. You know what I mean? Being like, hey, I'll be on, here's, like, I'm thinking of doing this, like, wake up Saturday, like, here's the login, I'll be on for like an hour, call in if you want, if you have any questions, and I'll answer them. Like, I don't know, like something like we'll have coffee together or something, like some kind of like open chat like that, like make it more interactive or something. Like these are the type of things I've been thinking about, and I don't know if it would work, if anyone would call in, but it's just things I'm thinking of, you know?
No, I mean, I think as you have more leaders too on the team, like, you know, I'm always happy to host once a month. Like, I'm happy to host a call for Choose to Shine. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, at a time that maybe works best for everybody or better for everybody because it's a little bit later. And maybe you host a power hour super early in the morning for us, but not super early for you once a month. And maybe it is like a little coffee chat. Like, maybe you kind of just do it a little bit differently than having the call every week. I don't know, you know?
Yeah.
Because it probably would get a little bit more engagement, but make it a theme every week. Like, you don't have to be available for a call on Monday plus Saturday do a, you know, coffee chat. Like,
yeah, I know, Holly, though, you said you like routine, because when I was like not having the call, see, like next week is a perfect example. So I have a friend traveling, she's staying with us. Like, there's no way I'm going to do the call at 11:30 at night on Monday when she's staying here. Like,
no. And Holly, you know, you can always come on my call. Like, my calls are the same every week. Like,
yeah.
It was just like a different day, and she was used to calling into mine, but then calling into yours as well. Like, she's a routine person, and I totally respect that, and I love that. And I was like, good for you, girl, that like you're making the time to do both. Like, I would be proud of that any day. You know what I mean? But it's just like, I don't know. I just think some people.
But it's not right. But no one's calling in. So obviously, like, which still part of me is like, listen, you guys, I have 3 kids. I get 2 of them. I got like. I don't know. It does make me a little bit crazy because I'm like,
yeah,
if I could do it, you can do it. I mean, unless people are working, that I totally understand. Like, if they're still working at 6:30, obviously. But yeah. But so maybe you do need to be a little bit more flexible for the larger team. You know.
Yet enough.
Matt left us.
He was tired of hearing me talk.
Why'd you leave? Oh, did your computer die? Oh, I'm stealing the juice. His computer died. No, yeah, it's just things I've been thinking about because, I mean, obviously I love to see everyone too. And it's not just that, like, I want to add value. I want to have fun. Like, Matt keeps telling me you have to be more fun. Like, it could be exciting to do like a Saturday morning thing and then like, yeah, Wine Wednesday. And I don't know, maybe it's a rotating call schedule would be fun. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe every week is a different theme for you, but it becomes routine. It's routine because you know the first week of the month you're going to do this. The second week of the month you're going to do this. The third week of the month you're going to do this, and the fourth week of the month you're going to do this. Like, and every month it's the same, but you're able to have different touch points. You know?
Yeah, I think, Lindsay, you're tapping into something which is really important in all these webinars. Is consistency is so important. If you want any form of attendance, consistency is number one, and then the number two thing you need to focus on is like, how much value are you adding? Right? If you're adding value, they're going to attend, and they're going to tell everybody else to attend too. So number one, be consistent. Number two, make sure every call adding a lot of value. You know,
like, I'll be honest, Heather, if you hosted a live power hour once a month, I guarantee I would get my entire team to come, because that's something that people still can't ingrain in their heads, that they need to do consistent power hours, and we need to do that. So I think it's even for new coaches, being on there and having a guide to be like, okay, guys, like, time's up, on to the next, invite 5 people to your page, or expand your network to by 5 people. Like, that's powerful. That's like,
yeah, and maybe I know I have my new coach, like, I'll bring on new coaches, and I feel like I'll have calls with them and I'll do things with them, but like, maybe as like the leader, maybe that's how I add value for everyone, is I do things like that, which anyone can use. Like, that's just like a powerful thing. Like, everyone needs a live power hour. Like, it creates engagement too. Like, it's like an exciting thing. Like, and I want to recommend like your calls more, and like Holly's calls, or whoever has calls. Like, I want to, like, and I want people to know, like, hey, I'm just gonna put it out there. Like, hey, I'm going to recommend all these calls to you, and just call in when you feel like it adds value. Like, to kind of Matt's point, it's like, I don't know, like, everyone's kind of looking for new things and looking for ways to help themselves, and maybe your subject that week will help them more than something else, or I don't know.
Or maybe that's one of the themes for one of your weeks. Like, maybe the last week of every month, you talk to the leaders and shining stars, and you say, hey guys, write down your topics and what time your call is this week. I'm going to share it in the Choose to Shine page, and people can choose which topic it adds most value to them.
I mean, what would be like really amazing is if we could plan like the month before and plan all of our calls around subjects that help our whole teams. But then again, I don't expect
That's aggressive.
I know, it's super aggressive. But think of.
But it's so easy, right?
But think of how much that would help all of us.
Forethought,
like, maybe
attendance, like, multiplier by 3.
Yeah, like, think about it. Maybe the first week of the month, I run a call and all of our teams call in. The second week of the month, you run a call, all of our teams call in.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm sorry. I thought you meant, because I run my team calls every week, and I don't always have the topic. Like, I don't have all my topics for that month planned out.
No,
I thought
I'm saying let's split it up to help each other. And like
the Diamond Dash that I was in, like, every week they had a call, but all 4 coaches that were running the Diamond Dash were on it, and they all had input. Oh, hey, ooh, poop, don't poop. We're live, but that's
okay.
My son has decided every time he poops, he's just going to pull everything off. So I might have to go help Chris, because he just was pooping. Anyway.
No worries, hon.
No worries.
But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, yeah.
So what I was saying was that there would be like 4 big coaches, you know, that you looked up to on the call, and they'd be talking about the same topic, and they'd take turns talking. So like, you wouldn't even have to prepare as much as you did for a normal call, because you'd only have a small section of that call to talk about too.
Yeah, me and Meg and Jordan did that one time. We're for Emerald. I remember we broke it up into topics of the benefits of being an Emerald coach, like how to get there, what the benefits are, and I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, we could either do that, and we could all talk on one call and split it up, or like I said, we could do weekly, kind of break it up. Like, I do the first week of the month, you do the second week of the month. Like, and again, that's another way to create that team engagement. Like, everyone would be calling, and they'd see more faces, they'd get to know more people, they'd feel more part of a team.
Yeah, but then it's causing less consistency in my team. For me as a leader, like I have like really good attendance on my calls. So if I'm sending them 3 out of the 4 weeks of the month to someone else's call, like, that ends up kind of hurting me in a way, I feel like, because I like having my
out there. I think what you all are circling around a little bit is how do we add more value? And I think collectively everybody agrees that you'll add more value with more leaders giving perspectives, right?
Yes, agreed.
So maybe an idea is once a month, the last week of every month, the team call is together. And it's all of y'all, everybody has their own section. It's not like, oh, I take a week, you take a week. Everybody, you still need to contribute. So like Lindsay's still talking on the weekly call. Holly's still talking on the weekly call.
Hi, Cole.
And at the end of the day, what happens is that fourth week of the month, everybody from everybody's team, gets together. And not only do they get to see Lindsay and Holly and Heather talk, and, maybe Matthew will show up. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy, but maybe
he'll be Diamond again.
Maybe it'll happen. But all those folks show up. So they're not just getting Lindsay's perspective, but they're getting Lindsay's perspective backed up by the fact that, Holly's been through this journey too, and she's a little bit different. She's got a little bit different story, and maybe they can relate to her too. So they have the value of Lindsay, but then they get some of the value from Holly too.
I think this is really great. And at the end of the month, it would be great because there'll be so much energy, and that's when people are still pushing. Like that's when you that engagement.
I like that.
That's a really good idea. And then you don't lose your momentum with your team because you're still doing weekly calls. The last one's just combined.
Yep. No, I think that's perfect. I like that idea. I like it a lot. And like the topic.
Let me record this. Matthew's right. Anytime
she did not say Matthew's right. She just said she liked it.
No, and I think, Matt, you're right. But I think that. Oh, okay. I love you. And I think that the topic can be developed based on what challenges our team, we can discuss it in the Shining Stars page. Like, okay, what feedback are you getting from your coaches? What are the challenges? Whatever. Let's figure out, the week before we can start talking about it. Let's figure out what our topic should be and how we break this up,
Yeah, what are we struggling with this month that we can kind of bring to the table as a team in order to, as leaders? Yeah,
as a team.
Brilliant.
Good. Yeah.
I dig it.
Can you dig it? I can
dig it.
How great is that, though, right? Like, Holly, all your people will get a little exposure to, Lindsay's people and Heather's people, and Holly, all of your people will get exposure from Lindsay's people. And
you said the same
I'll say the same thing twice. I'll say the third time if you want.
I also feel like you kind of took my idea and made it your own, but
yes, Holly, it was a great idea.
From the Diamond Dash. That's why it was a collaborative effort. It was a collaborative effort.
We will give you full ownership over that, Holly. But no, absolutely. I think this is a great idea. Yay! I'm excited.
I am too. It's good.
I was just going to say something, but now I forget. Oh, and Holly, you're going to Summit.
Yeah.
I have a hotel room. It's super cheap.
Yeah, I'm just having a hard time with I'll explain it to you off recording what's going on with my hotel room.
Yeah, no, I kind of, in my mind, probably understand a bit. But yeah, let's chat about it because I do have an extra room and I'm obviously opening it up to my team before anyone. So I want to make sure that you guys are all have space. So you get to figure that out. And I know it's this whole thing's tough because I know some people are still waiting to get emails too. So it's weird. I guess some people, so Lindsay, you got an email from them that you could register or no, you just went in?
So Mia, I always say her name wrong. It's either Mia or Maya posted in Beyond Diamond the registration link. Because Melissa, I forget her last name, she's in California right now. She was like, I registered 3 hours ago. And so everyone started jumping on it or whatever. So I figured I'd try it and it worked.
I got an email a couple weeks ago saying I could register. And I thought, I already have a ticket. What are they talking about? But I think my name just came off.
Yeah, it's just to remind you that today was the day probably.
Yeah.
So can you send me that link in a private message, Linz? Just so I have it. I'll post it tomorrow and tell people do not register until this time. But here's the link. Because people should have got emails too. So it's very weird. And there should have been a block on it. I know there was a block previous years where you couldn't sign up until you were basically released.
Yeah.
So that's their fault.
Did I miss something? I feel like I already have a ticket to Summit.
Yeah, you already have a ticket, but you have to register for the speakers that you want to do and the workout you want to do, because so many people that there's different, basically, there's different like halls, basically, like different conference rooms you go into, and you get different speakers, all similar subjects. It just depends who inspires you the most, who do you think, like, who do you want to listen to?
Yeah.
So I did Blue Hall C, I think.
Yeah.
And when am I supposed to do that?
Tomorrow. So you have to go on tomorrow at 9 p.m.
12 our time.
12 EST, which I should have said that so people know. I'll do that tomorrow. So 12 EST in order to do it tomorrow. And you want to get on, if you want to get in the same hall as us, you have to go on at 12 or it will be gone because of some.
Yeah, I'm really nervous. That's why I was so excited. I'm like, oh, I got everything I wanted. And
you know, they should have just said, we understand that some people did it early, but this was our mistake. Because to be honest, can they really correct it? I don't know. Did you get an email saying, and to your point about the lunch thing,
they said that everyone be refunded it, I guess, but they better, because like the freaking lunches are $18 a pop, so I better be refunded.
Yeah.
I don't want to even pay that again until they give me back my money. I'll just bring my lunch.
What I'm talking about is I got an email like a couple weeks ago saying I could get my ticket, you know?
Yeah, what that did is it was your confirmation number, because you need the confirmation number for your ticket in order to register.
I was off the wait list. Like, I guess I was still on the wait list, even though I already had a ticket because I earned it. So all of a sudden they said, you have, 11 days to register. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
I would just call and clarify with them, that you should have your ticket, obviously. Did you got an email last year that you had your ticket?
I got an email. I registered for the ticket.
It should be fine then. Just make sure you use that registration number, when you kind of sign up. So the other thing, Lindsay, who's waiting on your team in order to get their email?
Carrie and Sam.
So we should probably talk about this offline. But I think Matt's going to come through, but he's not going.
What?
So I wonder if I can transfer.
I mean, yeah, you can definitely transfer a ticket, because that's what I'm mad about. I wish I didn't realize it was going to be so hard to like get off the wait list, or else I would have done that with Greg, because Greg got off the wait list, but now he's past the point of me being able to do that. So, yeah.
So we'll talk about, I need to see if there's any of my coaches that need it too, but.
Of course, yeah. And I asked Carrie and Sam to at least contact coach relations, because I'm assuming they'll tell them where they are on their wait list.
Well, they should know, because the email I got about Matt was, you'll be getting an email soon, meaning like you're coming up. Like, I haven't got the email yet, but they're basically saying, heads up, you should be looking for the email.
Yeah, so they have to know where they are. I feel like Carrie signed up later than Sam, so we'll see. I'm hoping that they'll just kind of contact them and see where they are on the list. Because otherwise because Cindy and Lisa already have their ticket.
Lindsay, did you get an email that registration is tomorrow?
Well, yes. I got an email that gave me my registration number. It's like a 10-digit number or something that you have to use when you register. So it gave me like the website to go to and the date. Because it basically says, okay, if you're 5-star and above or elite and this and that, you can register on this date. If you're, average Joe, then you register on this date.
I didn't get an email. I'm really mad if...
No, did you check your promote? Sometimes it goes into my like promotions page. Like if you search...
I'm like searching.
Huh.
Oh wait, important summit information.
That's probably it.
Hi, Holly. We're excited to welcome you.
Yeah, that's the one.
Save the date. Okay, yes. Woo. Got a little nervous. I was like, that's not funny.
The one.
Sorry, it's really dark in my house all of a sudden, but I'm Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, I wish I had known that you could transfer your thing because I got off the wait list and I just didn't do anything about it because I'm like, I already have a ticket.
I don't know if that would have worked though, since you earned a ticket. I don't know if they would have. Maybe. I don't know.
And then what about Erica? Is Erica going? Because she may have a ticket.
She's definitely not going, I think. But see, you can't transfer an earned ticket, though. She had earned her ticket. Or Jackie had earned her ticket. She can't transfer that. She can't go. She's so upset about it. I feel so bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You only can transfer a bought ticket, I think. So even if you got off the wait list, see, that's the thing. I don't know, because, like, you haven't bought it yet. I guess if you buy it, I don't know. I'd have to look into it, to be honest.
Anyways, because I didn't need it, so I just ignored it.
I think I want to find out the rules before I actually buy it, because if I can't transfer it, then obviously it doesn't make sense. But. All right, Lindsay, how did you find that podcast of Donald Miller?
But it says registration opens Monday, April 18th. That's today.
Right, and that's when everything happened. Yeah.
And they said people were registering early, so we're closing it down. We're taking people off who registered early, and you're re-registering tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I don't have anything that says what time.
It's at 12 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay.
Heather, to answer your question, I think you posted on your page too, when Elizabeth did the call on like the power of your story. She mentioned that podcast in there.
Oh, okay.
And he's like real, like I like him a lot. He's good.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. You just said it was valuable, so I posted it.
Yeah, it was good. It was good, especially just for that reason. Like I like having like resources to go to, just like more stuff like that. So this podcast was worth watching that call because it's really, really good. And I really think every coach should. Because that's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to figure out the elements of our story, how to attract people, you know.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, like, you know, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's good.
All right, well, I should probably go to bed, even though I'm, like, all heated up and can talk for hours right now, especially if the wine kept flowing, but.
What? We're going to bed?
You know, I'm sorry.
Already?
Say goodbye to the ladies.
Aww.
It was nice chatting. Thank you. So honestly, thank you for your input. Really appreciate it.
He's really great input.
I feel like I know you guys, even though I haven't met you.
Aww.
I know, it's so weird we haven't met. It's like weird.
I
do love you guys, and I want you to meet Greg.
Yeah, you guys would get along really well.
Sorry, Holly, I can't say the same with your husband since I've never met him.
Chris doesn't really get along with anyone.
He likes beer, right?
Chris is awesome.
We don't get along with people. That's actually my specialty.
Yeah, Matt gets along with anyone.
Yeah,
so does Greg. You guys would all get along really well.
That's the wonder of being in the world of high tech.
Oh, really?
I'm the king of the engine works.
Oh, yeah.
What do you do for work?
I work in software development.
Oh, okay.
So most people don't like talking to people.
Matt can make friends with anyone because he was
Is that anything like what you do?
He was like head of the football team, but also like the math guy. Like he was like head of the math team too. Like when does that ever like go together? Never.
Chris is like communications.
But that's this guy.
Chris fixes.
I like technology people. I like those folks.
Yeah, you like my husband then. That's what he does for the Air Force.
Greg's in internet security.
Yeah.
Data security.
Yeah,
techie
guys all stick together. That's the story. Three y'all can hang out. Three of us guys will go and hang out too.
And he loves kids, so you know, there you go.
You can come well, that's why I was really banking on you guys moving back here, so you could like babysit my kids.
Jacob.
It will be soon. We won't be too much longer.
I was gonna try to get him to.
And then I'll be having kids of my own.
Jacob making a cameo? Is that what you're saying?
What?
Is Jacob making a cameo?
Oh, I was gonna have him say hi. Here, I can just move over to him. He's being a poop because he's got his iPad and he doesn't want to.
Will he say hi?
Yeah.
Hey, Jacob.
Hi, Jacob.
Hi, Jacob.
Jacob, say hi.
Hey, bud.
Hi. Bye. He's so cute.
He's really getting the H, like the H part, instead of just saying I. He's like,
yay!
Yeah, I got it. And you gave me my iPad back.
Yeah.
That's a win.
the only reason he said it because I took the iPad.
He's attached to that thing, huh?
He is. I'm working on it because I went to this conference and they're like, he should not have the iPad all the time. And I was like, but he works for it.
Really?
I'm
There are
like,
so many productive apps on that too.
Yeah,
right?
Matt, like I said, Matt, like our kids will be playing outside like I was when I was a kid. He's like, no, they're gonna be on like games and like learning this technology and like I was like,
Jacob
no.
knows how to use, he has 3 iPads. One of them he uses to speak to us, and the other 2 he just like, he knows how to use them. It's crazy.
That's great.
He can go into any app and figure out how to use it. It's crazy.
It's a fine balance. Well, you know, you got to do both.
You should have him do your social media.
We have a timer that we use, so he had a lot of therapy today, so we're letting him wind down.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So is Chris as tall as you? Because he's like such a little cute string bean. He's tall.
Chris is we're about a 1/4 of an inch difference in height.
Okay. So he's gonna be tall for his age then, right?
Yeah.
Jacob?
Very
Not
tall.
Chris.
Chris is tall, yes. Tiny. Jacob's very tall. He's very skinny.
Yeah.
Only 35 pounds.
He's doing better though. He was not feeling well for a while.
Yeah, he's still having a lot of GI problems. So like he's on what's called the brat diet right now. And he doesn't eat half of what's on that diet. So he's getting really skinny on me. But I keep sneaking peanut butter into his oatmeal, fatten him up.
There you go.
Give him some Shakeology.
Yeah. I wish I could, but it's produced in the same factory as milk, so I can't.
Mm-hmm.
That messes him up.
Yeah.
I thought I could give him the vegan one, but I can't. Apparently, they're all produced in the same factory.
Yeah, it's not like you shouldn't risk it.
Yeah. But I bet he'd like it. It's really good.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah. So someday I'll show you guys all his skills. He's a little cranky right now because it's almost bedtime.
Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. Well, I love you. Thank you for calling in.
No problem.
Have a good night.
Things we're gonna implement.
All right. Let's do it.
Guys. Bye.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Bye.